Hi there, I'm Becky and I'm going to talk you through two methods of making cold brew. Cold brew is exactly that. Coffee grounds steeped in cold water but over a long period of time. It's different to iced coffee, which is coffee that's brewed hot and then rapidly cooled. What cold brew achieves is a longer, slower extraction that highlights brightness, sweetness and natural fruit notes, rather than just tasting like a cup of coffee gone cold. The first method uses one of these cold brew jugs. They're very simple to use and make a diluted, ready-to-drink cold coffee. The second method makes a cold brew concentrate, which can be diluted down or used as a base for cocktails. This method is more versatile in that all you need is the coffee, a vessel, some kind of filter or strainer, and a fridge. For best results, we recommend using our Rave Cold Brew coffee, as this has been ground very coarse and works well with the long extraction time. So firstly, let's look at the cold brew pot method. You will need a Hario cold brew pot, 80 grams of coffee ground very coarse, and 1,000 grams of cold filtered water. The first step is to place the coffee grinds into the inner mesh lined chamber within the glass decanter. So pop the pot on the scales and tare the scales. We'll now weigh in 80 grams of ground coffee. The next step is to tare the scales again and pour the water over the grounds. The water will flow through quite quickly. And remember, we're hitting 1,000 grams of water. The coffee will stay in contact with the water through the mesh and continue to brew. So just give the coffee a little stir. Pop the lid on and leave in the fridge for 8 to 12 hours, allowing time for the coffee to brew. The second method is to make a cold brew concentrate. And for this, you'll need 100 grams of Rave Cold Brew coffee, 500 grams of cold filtered water, and a vessel to make it in. We're using a cafetière. Again, pop the vessel on the scales, tare the scales, and we'll use 100 grams of ground coffee. Once you have the coffee in the cafetière, tare the scales again, and you'll now need to add 500 grams of cold filtered water. Give the coffee a stir to ensure that all the grounds are saturated in the water. And then pop this in the fridge overnight for approximately 14 hours. These two have been in the fridge overnight. For the Hario cold brew pot, all you have to do is remove the inner mesh filter and pour over some ice to enjoy. If you do have any coffee left in the pot, you can just put this in the fridge and it will keep for 3 to 4 days. For the concentrate, you can just strain with a cafetière, but for a cleaner cup, we recommend filtering through a paper filter, such as a Chemex, AeroPress or V60. You now have a cold brew concentrate that can be diluted by approximately 1 part concentrate to 1 part cold filtered water, or 1 part concentrate to 2 parts tonic water, and this makes a great summer drink. And of course, you can always get boozy with it. Like with all our brew methods, we would encourage you to experiment with brew times, dose, and grind size if you like. We would just recommend only changing one variable at a time, so you can taste the difference that this change makes. You can find this and other brew methods on our website at ravecoffee.co.uk. And best of luck with your brew.